Okay, it is Wednesday, October 30th, 11 o'clock. We'll call to order the City of Brainerd Personnel and Finance Committee meeting. We'll start with introductions.
Kara Terry, Ward 1.
Alderman at Large, Kevin Stunek.
Connie Hillman, City Finance Director.
Chris Schubert, HR Director.
Nick Broyle, City Administrator.
I'm Gabe Johnson, Chair of the committee. We have 5 items, the first of which is to ratify a hiring of a police officer. Chris.
Samuel Ritchie was offered a police officer position and has successfully completed his pre-employment hiring process. He will start on Monday, November 4th on Step 2. Staff is recommending a motion to ratify the hiring of Mr. Samuel Ritchie effective November 4th, 2024 on Step 2 of the police officer wage grid.
And I so move.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just a quick question. Does that bring us up to full status then?
Not yet. We had one other officer that has recently left and went to the county.
Okay,
And
I knew
we
that,
do have
yeah.
a job offer out for that position.
Okay.
And going through the pre-employment hiring process.
All right,
And
thanks.
that would be 27.
Yeah.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Next up is approved deferment of assessments. Connie.
So the city has received 3 applications for deferment for pay year 2023. These are all the residents that have applied in years past as well. Staff has determined that all 3 residents meet the criteria in sections 4 and 5 of the resolution that were attached. And so the recommendation is to approve the applications for deferments for assessment payable in 2025 for the applicants at the PIDs listed.
I so move.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Next up, 2025 levy and budget update. Connie.
Okay, so the city set the preliminary levy at an 8%. In September, we were at about an 8.2% when the council set the preliminary levy. This equates to a difference of about $153,000. Staff has been going through the line items, updating based on information, and there's still more to be reviewed. But as of yesterday, the levy has been reduced by $73,451. I also give an update on the capital where we are now. That has been reduced about a little over $100,000. The current status of the levy is also dependent on the airport levy discussion. At this point, staff would recommend using capital or debt service reserve funds to achieve the 6% levy. So historically, the council has held a budget workshop in November. This year it would be Monday, November 25th, to go over the changes of the budget and levy and then to provide direction to staff on what amount we should use for the budget public hearing. The budget public hearing is to be held during the regular scheduled council meeting on December 2nd. And so staff is seeking direction on how council would like to proceed. Does council want to hold a budget workshop on November 25th? Or does the council just want more detailed update summary and status of the 2025 budget at the next council meeting and provide direction to staff on the levy amount to be used for the public hearing 2 weeks later? So staff is just looking for recommendation on how council would like to proceed.
So do you guys want a workshop, or do you think we can handle it in a council meeting?
I think we can handle it in the council meeting, but
I agree.
Yeah, let's put it on P&F on November 18th.
Okay,
I'd
so-
recommend you look into our, I'm going to get the wording wrong, but hopefully you'll understand, the LMC insurance dividend distribution fund, whatever, how much money we have sitting there. Maybe we can use some of that to offset the increase for our insurances this year.
We actually did just use it not that long ago, use some of the dividends to lower the levy. I'll double check. But I'm at this point, I think there's only $100,000 in that fund.
That's more than 73.
Yes, but I would also, that also pays for our deductibles when they come in as well.
Okay, yeah, just take a look, see what's that. I know they announced like a $5 million distribution or something this year that'll be coming in December. I don't know what our share of that is.
I have not heard that yet, but I will look into that for
Okay,
sure.
thank you. Anything else?
nope.
Okay, next item is adopt a resolution relating to finance transferring certain funds to and from sinking funds 316 and 321. Connie.
Okay, so these bond funds were paid off in 2023, and if you recall, it was council's direction was to, historically, we've always put it into Fund 400. Council's direction at that time was to use 1/3 of those, of the fund balance to reduce the levy over the next 3 years. So staff did not close out those bond funds, but in reality, we should have closed out those bond funds. So this is just a resolution closing out those bond funds, and if you look at the resolution, we are allocating it out to the respective debt service funds to get to be to zero. So staff is just requesting to adopt the resolution to close out those debt service funds so that we can close them out, as it's better for, we don't have to do arbitrage and all that kind of stuff afterwards. Is there any questions? Did that make sense?
So I so move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to recommend adopting the resolution. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. That motion carries. Next up, authorization to apply for wellhead protection partner grant. I hope this isn't what I think it is.
So the utility department is purchasing the Roberts property. As you know, there's been discussion about applying for this grant for wellhead protection. Staff did not see it in minutes where council directed to apply for this grant, and so therefore we're bringing it forward to apply for the utility department to be able to apply for the grant.
So this is the grant that the council has said, no, don't get that grant 2-3 times. This is the one that makes the property like a permanent easement on it that we can't develop or do anything other than leave it
This
as
is the
is.
grant. My understanding is it's only a certain acreage that we put into it. It's not all of the property. I can't speak to that for sure. I guess I don't know, Gabe, but I know it is to protect some of the property that they put in there for future wellhead protection.
If this is truly a grant that we've denied many, many times, then why do we keep looking at it?
I don't know if it has never come before council to say not to apply for the grant.
It's never come before council as an agenda item. It's come before council every time we've discussed purchasing the Roberts land, that the utility department could get this grant, they wanted this grant, and the council has consistently not wanted this grant because of the restrictions it puts on the property.
And I thought at the last closed session meeting, it was said that this isn't developable, so therefore they wanted, that we should apply for the grant to help pay for the purchase. Is that not correct?
I remember it differently than you do.
Okay, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I'm just knowing that they want to help pay for the purchase of the grant, so.
So I'm not comfortable voting in favor of this. I'd like to see what part of the property is being protected, where they envision future wellheads. I mean, I would need more information because the information we've received on this over the last 3 years, we haven't been in favor of it.
There's unanswered questions in my stomach, and I don't like to vote on something and agree with it. So could we table this and till we get the information, whatever that may be that we want?
And potentially we could get the information for the packet to go out tomorrow as well. You know what I mean? To say, okay, we're buying 40 acres and the protection is going to be X number of acres, and so therefore this is still going to be developable. Is that the information you're looking for?
Yeah, somewhat, some of it. I mean, yeah, we can leave this on and, if you get more information to get in the packet, put it in the packet and we can discuss it at full council, but I don't think we have enough information to make a recommendation to the full council right
I
now.
would agree, keep it on the agenda item and get some more information, we can deal with it on Monday.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we need a motion to that effect or not?
No, you understand what we're saying, right, Nick?
Yes, sir. Well, staff will get some more information before Monday.
Okay. Then, 11:08, good job, everybody.
Well done.
Anything else to come before us? Next meeting date, Connie?
The next meeting date will be November 13th at 11 o'clock.
November 13th at 11 o'clock, right here. Anything else we need to talk about today? With that, we're adjourned.